50 years ago, a new episode of classic Star Trek aired on NBC, The Menagerie Part 2. As the title of the episode suggests, it's a direct sequel to the previous episode. In the beginning, we see a short recap of the previous part. In the case you don't know, The Menagerie is a mix of two separate stories. The Envelope story is about Mr. Spock kidnapping the heavily injured Captain Pike, the former captain of the Enterprise and Spock's former commanding officer. He also illegally took command of the Enterprise and tried to take it to the only forbidden planet, Telos 4. But Captain Kirk and Commodore Mendez got to the Enterprise and put Spock on trial. And Spock provided some very strange evidence, clips from the unaired pilot The Cage, which shows the story of Captain Pike being captured on Telos 4 13 years ago. We have seen the first case of alien abduction Codon Chimera, and the second part of the story begins with Captain Pike in the cage. He soon finds out that his prisoners are tiny grey men who look like women with butts on their heads, who are not only powerful telepaths, but also can create strong illusions from thoughts hidden somewhere in their victims' minds. They tease him with an image of the beautiful Veena. They put them into various both romantic and erotic fantasies, and watch how they behave. Well, I'm not going into any major plot details. This is not what I'm trying to do with these videos. I'm trying to actually give my honest opinions on these episodes, and to be honest, despite the fact that I love The Cage and I like The Menagerie, there are a couple of things I think I need to point out. First, what the hell is this reaction? Second, where is Veena? I mean, where is her physical body? In the beginning, we see Pike wakes up in his cage, alone. Then he has a fantasy with Veena, and after the fantasy ends, Veena is suddenly in his cage with him. Is she really there, or is her image only another illusion that Pike is having? She later disappears, which would suggest that she was only an illusion, but later, after another fantasy sequence, she is again in the cage with Pike. So she being there within his cell is now also an illusion? Well, no, she leaves the cage together with Pike and the other two Earth women. So was her image just an illusion projected into our heroes' minds by the Telosians? Or did they somehow teleport her there? I would really prefer if they could explain at least something. Third, well, what was the plan of the Telosians? The episode suggests at the beginning that they are just having fun watching how their zoo specimens behave, something similar to 20th century TV.
Thousands of us are already probing the creature's thoughts, Magistrate. We find excellent memory capacity.
I read most strongly a recent death struggle in which it fought to protect its life. We will begin with this, giving the specimen something more interesting to protect.
But then it was suggested that they are doing it for Veena, to make her happy. But it's also suggested that they want to build a colony of human slaves, who will repair the machines left by their ancestors. So what was their real plan? None of them was really confirmed by the Telosians or by Veena, but one thing is sure. Veena thinks the Telosians are friendly and not dangerous.
Don't hurt them, they don't mean to be evil.
And Pike behaves like they are dangerous and his enemies, and is happy to get out of their captivity. And this is the fourth problem I have. In the end of The Cage, Pike was happy to get out of there. The whole story was about him trying to get out, so in the end, we are happy that he achieved his goal. So how does the Envelope story end? With Captain Pike gladly returning to Telos 4 immediately as the Telosians offer it to him. Why? So when he was able to walk, he was doing everything he could to escape from Telos 4, But now when he's injured, suddenly living in captivity seems like a great idea for him. Maybe it's just me, but I have a problem with his decision. And the ending has one more of the nasty surprises. Mendes disappears, he was just an illusion, so there were never 3 commanding officers, and Spock's trial technically was not legal, so he's free. If there wasn't for the ending, my score would be much higher, but it appears to be very rushed. It feels like Roddenberry had no idea how to end it. Now, my score for this episode is 8 out of 10. If I did a video about the proper Cage Pilot, I would give it 10 out of 10, but the ending of the Menagerie plus the fact that they're intercutting between 2 separate stories with 2 different crews lowers the final score for me. So what do you think? Agree, disagree? Feel free to write down your comment in the comment section. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and maybe subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in 2 weeks with a video about the Conscience of the King. Why in 2 weeks? Because 50 years ago they had a 1 week gap. Bye.